Imagine yourself walking through streets that seem to have been shaped by time, where every stone tells a story and every corner reveals a new mystery. Welcome to Rome, the eternal city, with its majestic ruins, imposing monuments, and a history that dates back thousands of years. Rome is not just a tourist destination. It is a true portal to the past. Here, at every turn, you can feel the presence of the ancient Romans, those who built an empire that dominated much of the known world. Their voices still echo in the squares, columns, and avenues, where gladiators fought, philosophers debated, and emperors made proclamations that would shape the future. But Rome is much more than its famous icons, like the Colosseum or St. Peter's Basilica. The city is filled with hidden secrets, mysteries, and stories that often go unnoticed by the eyes of visitors. As we walk through its streets, I invite you to open your mind and heart to the lesser-known charms of this fascinating city. So, prepare to embark on a journey through the secrets that Rome hides beneath its shining surface. From the shadows of the catacombs to the forgotten ruins that whisper secrets from a distant time, there is much to discover. Let's explore together the Rome that few know, but which will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on your memory. The Eternal City is about to reveal its deepest secrets. Are you ready? As we enter the shadows of Rome, we are guided into an underground world that few dare to explore, the catacombs. Imagine descending narrow stone stairs, the echo of your own footsteps resonating against the cold walls, while a gentle breeze seems to tell stories of centuries past. These labyrinthine tunnels, which stretch for miles beneath the city, were constructed between the 2nd and 4th centuries and served as burial sites for early Christians. In a time when faith was often persecuted, these catacombs provided a safe refuge, a place where followers of Christ could bury their dead while keeping alive the hope of eternal life. The walls are adorned with colorful frescoes depicting biblical scenes that speak of an unyielding love and faith. As we walk through the narrow corridors, the light from our lanterns reveals inscriptions in Latin and Greek, tributes and prayers from people who, in times of fear and uncertainty, sought solace in the depths of the earth. But what makes the catacombs even more intriguing are the legends that surround them. Tales speak of secret rituals, clandestine meetings, and even supernatural apparitions. Those who venture to explore these depths often report a feeling of being in the presence of something more, a connection with those who came before and who, in some way, still remain among us. As we go deeper, the atmosphere becomes almost palpable, and the history of the catacombs wraps around us like a protective cloak. Here, amidst the sacred silence, we find not only the mortal remains of people who lived and loved, but also a testament to the resilience of human faith. The city we see on the surface feels distant and strange, but down here, the essence of Rome, with its struggles, hopes, and secrets, reveals itself in all its complexity. The catacombs teach us that even in darkness, the light of faith can shine brightly. And so, as we move forward, we carry with us the echoes of the souls resting beneath our feet, ready to uncover even more secrets that this eternal city has to offer. Emerging from the catacombs, we return to the surface, but the magic of Rome does not fade. Now, we are ready to discover the forgotten ruins that many tourists overlook. As we follow less traveled streets, the atmosphere shifts. The hustle and bustle of the more famous tourist spots give way to a reverent silence, an invitation to explore what lies hidden in plain sight. To our left, an ancient temple rises from the ground, overrun with weeds. This is the Temple of Apollo, a place that once resonated with the hymns of devotees. Now, its splendor is a distant echo, but the history it carries is as vibrant as the day it was built. The columns still stand, though worn by time, seeming to whisper secrets of rituals that celebrated life, death, and everything in between. We continue our journey and soon find a small forum nestled between modern buildings. Here, amid the worn stones, the past comes alive. This space, once bustling with life and commerce, now stands as a silent testament to a time when the people gathered to discuss ideas and celebrate achievements. Sometimes, when looking at these places, one can almost hear the voices of Roman citizens debating the issues of their day, their hopes and aspirations echoing in the air. But there's more. In a hidden corner, covered in ivy, we discover the ruins of an ancient villa where Roman aristocrats once indulged in banquets and entertainment. With an almost magical atmosphere, this site is filled with stunning mosaics, each telling stories of love, tragedy, and beauty that defy time. The meticulous details, still visible, transport us to a past where art and life were intertwined. As we explore these forgotten ruins, we are confronted with the contrast between the grandeur of ancient Rome and the fragility of what remains. Nature has taken over, yet the beauty of what endures is undeniable. Each stone, each remnant invites us to reflect on what was and what could have been. Here, time seems to flow differently, as if the shadows of the past still dance among us. These ruins remind us that history is not only made up of grand events, but also of the everyday moments that shape the lives of each of us. As we move forward, we hold in our hearts the stories that these places tell, aware that, even if forgotten, they remain an integral part of the rich tapestry that is Rome. And so, we continue, ready to uncover more of the secrets that this eternal city still has to reveal. As we leave the forgotten ruins behind, the colossal Colosseum rises before us, its imposing silhouette dominating the landscape. But what many do not realize is that beneath the surface of this iconic monument lies a dark and fascinating side that challenges the romantic image many hold of it. Imagine standing in the arena, where thousands of spectators cheered and roared, yet the atmosphere was charged with palpable tension. The Colosseum was not merely a spectacle of gladiators and beasts. It was a stage where life and death intertwined in a macabre dance. Here, brave warriors fought not only for glory, but for survival, as the crowd, eager for blood, screamed for more. Deep within the structure, Roman engineers designed a complex network of passages and chambers that housed prisoners, animals, and the gladiators themselves. These dark corridors, where fear and anticipation intertwined, tell the stories of men and women facing their destinies in search of freedom. Each breath carried the tension of what was to come, the roar of the crowd, the cries of pain, and the silencing of a life. As we explore the galleries of the Colosseum, we realize that it was not only the fight for spectacle that mattered. This place was also a space of power and control, where emperors and the Roman elite enacted their fantasies of domination. The Colosseum served as a grim reminder of what it meant to be in a position of power, a place where brutality was celebrated and humanity often forgotten. But the stories of the Colosseum do not stop at the arena. Tales speak of curious events and rituals that took place here, from reenactments of historical battles to the staging of myths and legends. The Romans, always inventive, even brought in water scenarios, flooding the arena for naval battles. A spectacle that left the audience in rapture. As we reflect on this hidden side of the Colosseum, we are reminded that history is complex. The same place that symbolizes the grandeur of the Roman Empire is also a testament to the cruelty of human nature. In every weathered stone and every empty seat, the echoes of a time when entertainment was synonymous with pain and sacrifice resonate. And so, as we leave the Colosseum behind, we carry with us not only the image of the grand amphitheater, but also the untold stories that inhabit its corridors. Each whisper of the past invites us to explore further, to look beyond the glorious facades, and to discover the secrets that are part of the rich tapestry of the eternal city. The journey continues, and there is still much to be revealed. Leaving the Colosseum behind, we head towards lesser-known areas where lost temples await to tell their stories. As we walk, the atmosphere shifts once more, enveloping us in a palpable mystery. Here, the echoes of gods and goddesses still resonate, but the traces of these deities are fading with time. Before us lies the remains of an ancient temple, its columns worn down by time and neglect. This was the Temple of Venus, dedicated to the goddess of love and beauty. Imagine the celebrations that took place here, where Romans clad in togas gathered to offer flowers and prayers, seeking the goddess's favor in their romantic lives and matters of the heart. Now, instead of laughter and dances, silence reigns, and nature slowly reclaims what was once a sacred space. As we approach, we notice intriguing details etched into the stones. Faded Latin inscriptions tell tales of worship, sacrifices, and vows of devotion. Yet there are also dark secrets, whispers of rituals that, over the centuries, have fallen into oblivion. How could such a grand temple be reduced to a collection of forgotten stones? The answer is simple, yet painful: time and the shifting of beliefs. Continuing our exploration, we find another temple, lesser known, yet equally fascinating: the Temple of Mithras. This site, dedicated to the Persian god of the sun, was popular among Roman soldiers seeking strength and protection in battle. As we step into its ruins, we feel a unique energy in the air, as if the secret rituals still echo within the walls. The cult of Mithras involved profound mysteries, with initiations that promised salvation but also conveyed a sense of exclusivity and power. As we become lost in the stories of these temples, we realize they are not merely relics of the past, but also symbols of the transience of faith. Each stone tells a story of beliefs that changed, of gods who were fervently worshipped and later forgotten. Reflecting on this, we are reminded that the human quest for meaning and spirituality is a constant, even in a transforming world. As we leave the lost temples behind, we carry in our hearts the ephemeral beauty of devotion and the inevitability of forgetfulness. Each of these now silent places teaches us about the fragility of memory and the importance of honoring those who came before us. And as we move forward, the promise of more hidden secrets of Rome awaits us, ready to be revealed. As we leave the lost temples behind, a new mystery beckons us: the secrets of Rome's underground city. Through a discreet entrance, we find ourselves in a labyrinth of tunnels and passageways that wind beneath the city, revealing a hidden dimension that few have the opportunity to explore. The air here is cool and carries a faint smell of damp earth, as if the past is hiding beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered. The first passages we encounter lead us to a network of aqueducts that, for centuries, supplied the city with pure water. These Roman engineers were true masters of hydrology, designing systems that still impress us today. As we walk along these structures, we can almost hear the gentle drip of water and feel the weight of history flowing between the stones. Each drop tells a story of engineering, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of comfort and survival by civilization. Continuing our journey, we reach a deeper section of the catacombs, where the atmosphere becomes heavier. Here, it's impossible not to feel the weight of the secrets these corridors guard. It is said that this was a refuge for persecuted Christians, who gathered in silent worship away from the watchful eyes of the empire. The walls, adorned with inscriptions and Christian symbols, speak of faith and hope in dark times. But they also remind us of the struggles and challenges these early Christians faced. As we venture deeper, we discover a space that seems to have been a site of rituals, where spirituality and mystery intertwine. The echoes of ancient chants still seem to vibrate in the air, and we can almost imagine the faces of men and women united in a common purpose, seeking solace and strength from one another. It is a powerful reminder that even in darkness, the light of faith can shine brightly. But it is not only Christians who have left their mark in the depths of Rome. We also find traces of pagan cults that took refuge beneath the city, seeking protection and anonymity. The symbols and images carved into the walls tell us about their beliefs and rituals, showing that, throughout time, humanity has sought a greater meaning for its existence. As we begin to prepare to leave these depths, we are confronted with the idea that Rome, at its essence, is a city of dualities: light and shadow, life and death, worship and forgetfulness. The secrets of the underground city are not merely remnants of the past. They invite us to reflect on what it means to live in a constantly changing society and how the search for connection and meaning is an eternal journey. And so, with the echoes of these past voices still resonating in our minds, we ascend back to the surface, ready to face the next chapter in the rich tapestry of Rome's hidden secrets. The Eternal City still holds many mysteries, and the adventure continues. Emerging from the depths, we are greeted by the sunlight shining down on us. Instead of heading toward the well-known squares, we decide to venture into the hidden plazas, where time seems to have stopped and the spirit of Rome endures through the ages. As we approach a small square, enveloped by ancient buildings and lush vegetation, we are immediately drawn in by its unique atmosphere. It's a space that doesn't appear in tourist guides, where the charm of the old blends seamlessly with the everyday life of Romans. Here, people gather to chat, and the aromas from nearby trattorias intertwine with the sounds of laughter. Yet beneath this facade of tranquil life lie stories and secrets known to few. At the corner of the square, we find a fountain adorned with figures of Roman deities, each with its own legends. Water gushes forth with vigor, as if trying to whisper the secrets it holds. It's said that this fountain was once a site for clandestine meetings, where lovers exchanged promises and pacts of love beneath the watchful gaze of the gods. Tales of passion and betrayal intertwine. And as we look closer, it feels as though the stones can still sense the intensity of those moments. Continuing our exploration, we stumble upon a second square, a small hidden space tucked away behind a busy street. Here, the echoes of the past resonate through weathered columns and forgotten mosaics. This place was once a hub of philosophical discourse. Imagine the wise men of Rome sitting in circles, debating life, morality, and fate, their voices rising in search of truth and understanding. Now, this space is enveloped in a reverent silence, but the accumulated wisdom still lingers in the air. What truly intrigues us, however, is the tale of an ancient sect that, according to rumors, gathered here at night, away from society's watchful eyes. Locals whisper about strange rituals and secret ceremonies involving dances and chants, seeking connection with the divine. These practices, often misunderstood, reveal the human quest for transcendence, even in a world that frequently dismisses the supernatural. As we explore these hidden squares, we realize that each one is a microcosm of Rome's rich cultural tapestry. They speak to us of love, wisdom, and the innate desire for connection that binds people throughout history. These squares are the city's beating heart, where daily life intertwines with the legacy of the past, creating a space that is both sacred and mundane. And as we leave these hidden treasures behind, we carry with us the awareness that Rome is a city that never ceases to surprise. With every step, every discovery, we are reminded that there are always more secrets to unravel, more stories to tell. The journey continues, and the next chapter of the Eternal City awaits us, ready to be revealed. Leaving the hidden squares behind, we are drawn to a new mystery unfolding in the ancient streets of Rome, a place that seems to carry the shadows of an untold story. The atmosphere shifts once more as we approach an old convent, where time appears to have frozen. Its stone walls bear witness to decades of devotion, but also guard secrets of intrigue and conspiracy. It is said that within this convent, monks and nuns lived in an isolated world, but behind closed doors, human dramas still unfolded. The soft light filtering through the windows reveals religious paintings, but upon closer inspection, we see that some of them hide enigmatic messages. Almost faded inscriptions in Latin suggest that the inhabitants sought truth amid the tumult of their lives. As we explore the corridors, we find a library filled with dusty volumes, brimming with forgotten writings. These books are not just sacred texts. They are compendiums of hidden knowledge, containing mystical practices and ancient wisdom that have been lost to time. Here, the line between religion and magic becomes thin, as the monks sought to understand not only the divine, but also the hidden forces that govern the universe. At the center of the convent, a small chapel invites us to reflect on the silence that reigns in this sacred space. The flickering candles dance, casting shadows that sway across the walls, as if the spirits of the ancient inhabitants still wander here, contemplating life and death. It is said that on nights of a full moon, one can hear whispers, echoes of prayers and laments that traverse time. These sounds serve as a reminder that the search for spirituality is often accompanied by pain and profound questioning. As we draw away from the convent, a new mystery awaits us in an ancient theater. With its worn walls and empty seats, the venue resonates with the voices of actors who, in times past, captivated audiences with their performances. However, what few know is that behind its curtains, the theater also served as a hub for secret meetings and conspiracies. Here, in the shadows, poets and revolutionaries gathered to discuss bold ideas that challenged the status quo. As we wander through these corridors, we realize that each step is a journey through time, an exploration of the complexities of human nature. The untold stories, burning passions, and silent conflicts are interwoven with the bricks and stones that surround us. The theater, much like the convent, is a space of duality, light and darkness, joy and sorrow, where the human drama unfolds in its purest form. And so, as we leave behind the shadows of history, we carry in our hearts the certainty that Rome is a city rich in hidden narratives. With each discovery, with every step, we are reminded that truth often lies in the nuances, and that the stories left untold are just as significant as those that echo through the corridors of time. The journey continues, and more secrets await us on the horizon. As we leave the theater, a new direction calls to us, the relics of the dead, hidden within the crypts and catacombs of Rome. With a slight chill running down our spines, we make our way down a narrow street until we arrive at an ancient cemetery, a place that seems to have been forgotten by time, yet still preserves the stories of those who lived before us. Upon entering, we are immediately enveloped by a profound silence, where gravestones and funerary monuments rise like sentinels of the past. Each tomb tells a story, a life that once pulsed with energy and now rests in peace. Here, love and loss intertwine, and the inscriptions on the stones reveal what mattered to those who departed. Names, dates, and messages of longing that echo through generations. Among the graves, we find a mausoleum, striking in its grandeur, dedicated to a prominent figure in Roman history. It is said that, within this space, secrets were buried alongside its occupants. Whispers of betrayal and ambition linger in the air, and tales of how these individuals' lives influenced the course of history still reverberate through the stone walls. The living may have forgotten, but the dead here remain as guardians of lost knowledge. Continuing our exploration, we stumble upon an entrance to a catacomb, a subterranean labyrinth that extends far beyond what the eyes can see. The darkness is almost tangible, and as we step inside, we are filled with a sense of reverence. The walls are adorned with frescoes depicting scenes of the afterlife, offering a glimpse into the spirituality of the ancient Romans, who believed in a journey beyond this world. Every corner of this catacomb reveals fragments of life and death, funerary urns, personal relics, and inscriptions that speak of eternal love and a desire to be remembered. Here, amidst shadows and memories, we recognize the fragility of life and the immortality of memory. What is lost to the earth is always preserved in the stories we leave behind. As we walk through the narrow passages, a sense of connection with the past envelopes us. These places are not merely graves but a testament to human resilience, an unending quest for meaning, and the hope that, even after death, something of our essence endures. Exiting the catacombs, we become more acutely aware of how life and death in Rome are intertwined in complex ways. The relics of the dead not only honor those who have gone, but also connect us to the rich tapestry of stories that have shaped the city over the centuries. And so, as we leave this cemetery behind, we are reminded that each step in Rome is a conversation with the past, The voices of the dead speak to us through time, and the journey in search of the hidden secrets of the eternal city is far from over. The next chapter promises more mysteries, more stories waiting to be unveiled. Leaving the relics of the dead behind, we are drawn by a new impulse toward the legacy of artists who adorned Rome with their masterpieces and contributed to the city's rich cultural tapestry. As we walk through the streets, we are enveloped by a vibrant sense of creativity and expression, as if the muses still linger, inspiring all who cross their path. We arrive at a charming square, where statues of renowned artists watch over us with serene gazes. The history of Rome is filled with painters, sculptors, and architects who have left indelible marks. The most famous among them, Michelangelo, comes to mind, and we can't help but imagine the tireless work he dedicated to the Sistine Chapel, where each brushstroke carries the essence of divine beauty. However, what many may not know is that, beyond the great masters, there were countless anonymous artists who played crucial roles in shaping Rome's artistic character. Within the walls of a local gallery, we discover murals and frescoes created by these unknown talents, whose skills were often overshadowed by the famous names of history. The beauty of their work still shines, reminding us that art is a collective expression, and every contribution, no matter how small, deserves recognition. As we explore further, we stumble upon a small studio where a contemporary artist is at work. The vibrant colors of their paintings reflect the emotions pulsing through modern life in Rome. This space, both intimate and universal, reminds us that creativity is a ceaseless flow, one that connects the past to the present. The artist, smiling, shares with us the importance of honoring traditions while seeking new ways to express themselves. It is a dance between what was and what will be, a celebration of a legacy that continues to unfold. Nearby, we find an urban mural that speaks of the struggles and hopes of Rome's inhabitants. These contemporary voices connect us with the city's challenges and triumphs, showing that even in difficult times, art remains a means of resistance and expression. Gazing at these works, we feel the strength of the human spirit, refusing to be silenced, even when circumstances seem bleak. As the daylight begins to fade, reflecting on the city's shining surfaces, we are filled with a deep sense of gratitude. The legacy of artists, both known and unknown, forms a living tapestry interwoven with the history of Rome, where each brushstroke and every sculpture stands as a testament to the search for beauty, truth, and connection. With this newfound understanding, we leave the artistic square, carrying with us the lessons of the past and the inspiration of the present. What began as a quest for the hidden secrets of Rome has transformed into a profound journey through the human story, a reminder that art and creativity have the power to transcend time and space, uniting us all in our search for meaning. And as we move forward, we know there are still many mysteries to explore in the Eternal City, each waiting to be revealed, one story at a time.